Hi, hello, welcome back to our channel, Rise Your Voice Against All Social Injustice. I'm Draupadi representing you, and today we are going to deal with another interesting topic, the struggles faced by the trans people of our society. Everyone are common about the trans people, and none of us know the struggles they face through or go through. If you ask the Indian society or the Indian people who are transgender and what you know about them, many people say that trans people are the ones they see begging in the streets or in the traffic signals or inside the trains, and many people start even complaining about their bad behavior, and we don't realize that directly or indirectly we as a society are responsible for their current situation and their struggles. Trans people, they face a lot of problems, like they are being thrown out of the family, and they are being deprived of job, and they don't have proper education, and all their dreams are being shattered, and we don't consider them equal as a particular human being. So this is really the worst act ever a society can do towards these people prevailing in our country. So trans people, they face a hell a lot of problem, as we do women face a lot of problem, and none of these problems are being noticed by anyone. And even if you take women, we face a hell a lot of problem and a lot of people to support us, but are there any persons to support the trans people? Absolutely no. I could say that none of the individual living in India could help the trans people and make their life a better one. If you take, it takes a lot of strength for the trans people to come to terms with who they are. Many trans people feel depressed while figuring out how to deal with their gender misalignment or dysphoria. It is the most harsh thing that they undergo or they face during their lifetime, and even they are considered as a human being living in this society. Trying to achieve their dreams in a country where people routinely mock at them and harass them and make their life even more difficult to live. Some people are polite and they feel sympathy upward towards the trans people, but never do anything helpful for them. Yes, if you take for example, we see many trans people walking in our streets in day-to-day life, and some of us feel pity towards them, and we feel sympathy, and we feel a kind of different feeling towards them. We just have feeling for them, but we haven't done anything regarding making their life a better place to live. We haven't provided them a job, and there are lots of issues, so they suffer a lot. This ignorance and lack of understanding about the transgender people in Indian society needs to be changed as soon as possible, and it can be done only by spreading awareness among people and giving proper education and jobs to the trans people, along with the laws protecting them from any kind of harassments. And these trans people belong to a separate community called as LGBT community. So what does this LGBT community stands for? L stands for lesbian, G stands for gay, B stands for bisexual, and T stands for transgender. So when we look back into the history, in the Indian mythology, there were trans people who were called as Kinnars. They were placed alongside of Yakshas. Also, we come across characters like Sikandi, Ila, and Mohini. To name few playing a very important role. These names are the famous among the trans people. And next I'm going to speak about the Arthanadishwarar. Arthanadishwarar is the form of divine energy created by Shiva and Parvati, and this Arthanadishwarar is being worshipped in the Hinduism. During the Mughal rule in India, the trans people were given equal important posts of security and decision making, and Even if you take and if you ask many people like why so the trans people were given the decision making job, many of us do believe that whatever words the transgender people could say, it could come true. So they were given the decision making jobs. So it is really sad that it took so long for the trans people to get their local and legal recognition in India, which is a vast country and a state helping a lot of people. And if you take due to the absence of any legal protection and local and lack of nationwide social awareness, trans people in India still suffer in every walks of life. Even particularly day-to-day life, they face a lot of violence and harassments and hate crimes are being put on them. So recently, if we take Sabi Giri was a trans woman who was posted as a sailor in the Indian Navy. But you know what happened to her? She was sacked out of her job because she was a transition and there was no transfer to her to any other department. And so we see India is a society where they don't give equal importance, and this trans woman, she has got talent, but in front of her gender, talent stands nothing, and I don't accept this. And not only Sabi Giri, there are a lot of people who face so many crises in their life. And amidst all these darkness, there are some people of trans community. For example, we take Pritika Yashni. She was the first IPS officer among the trans people. And Jyoti became the first civil court judge. Anjali Amir became the first trans actor to play a lead role. And Natasha was crowned as a trans queen. Their achievements have given adequate answer to people who thought trans people they're incapable of doing anything, but they just erase that view that trans people cannot or are incapable of doing anything. So while the struggle for equality and dignity is still going on, more awareness is needed in the Indian society so the young generation support the trans community. I wanted to conclude it by saying that trans people in India lived an oppressed life for lifelong. It was only after a hard battle they get legal recognition in India. So it is time we support the transgender in India in their struggles for identity, equality and dignity. And one of the way to do it is by spreading awareness about them and the issues faced. Together we can help others and create an equal and just a society where every human being is treated equally. So what are the suggestions I could like to suggest it we shouldn't harass them and we shouldn't make fun of them. We should learn to treat everyone equally, and we can personally call the trans people as our own sisters, as our own brothers. When we give a soothing word to them and they feel so comfortable with us, and then only they interact with us, and their bad behavior also changes towards a good behavior. And so everything depend upon us. We are the mirror for the trans people. They reflect what we do to them. So guys, please join our hands together and let us make this world a better place for everyone to live in, and not only the women, men and the transgender. So everyone is being bought as a human being, and everyone need their rights and they should survive in this world. So everyone do support the trans people in their society, and thank you for listening to my video. Be safe and take care, and I'll be visiting you all again with another interesting topic. So bye bye, this is Draupadi signing off. Meet you all soon.